Hi friends! We're over here today at Hollywood Studios. We're going to check out Baseline Tap House, just behind us. And we're going to review all 8 beers. Well, I guess 7 beers and 1 cider. But
Yay, ciders!
all 8 drinkable things that you can get. We're going to get the flights, we're going to taste the beers, and tell you what's good and what's bad.
We're not really good judges, but we're gonna do it anyways.
Let's go.
What up, my friend? Hi. Welcome. I'm good here.
So we have all 8 beers from Baseline Tap House. Well, I guess 7 beers, and then there's 1 cider. There's the Ace cider, blood orange, a little bit spooky, a little bit Halloween, I guess. Blood, ooh, scary. So when you get the flights come in this paddle. As I spill beer, don't be like me.
Party foul.
So it's a paddle. It's branded to Baseline. It's really cool. And then each of the beers that you get also have a little tasting card. So, little holographic. I don't know so much if they're like trading cards like Pokemon or something, but they're cool. But they give you the lowdown on the actual beer. This is for the cider itself. So it has the actual name of it, the alcohol content, and just a little bit about it.
Where it's from, which is nice.
That gets more important with the IBUs with the actual other beers. So, yeah, I guess we're going to try them all. I'm a big beer fan. Kristen enjoys most beers. Not really IPAs.
It's a balance.
It's a balance,
folks.
So let's start. Where do you want to start?
I'm going to start with this is the 329 lager. So this is Golden Road Brewing. I'm going to show you the cards as I pick these up. Ooh, fancy. This is actually a Los Angeles beer.
So this is... Yeah, right from LA. So all the beers, everything here is from California because we're technically in this part of studios, it's in California, so these are all California beers. So you're not going to find like Florida, you're not going to find Cigar City and stuff here. It says easy drinking, full flavored lager with a clean, crisp finish, 4.8% alcohol.
That's good. I could drink that like on a summer afternoon.
It's super
Get a big
light.
one of those.
I don't know if you can really tell for the camera, but it's very translucent. It's very light. Almost.
I don't know enough about beer to give a comparison as to like what main thing it is, but it feels like similar to, I don't know, the last time I had anything like a Bud Light, maybe.
It's a little more complex than a Bud Light. It doesn't nearly have much as the malty flavor of a Bud Light or Miller Lite in that kind of way. It'd probably be the most comparable of all the beers here to something like that. So if you're trying to get something just very basic like Bud Light, that's going to be your go-to. It's light. It's very light. Like, I think that's all I can say about it, though. It's pretty boring. Beyond that,
It's an easy drinking beer. This next one is my favorite, and this is also Golden Road Brewing, and this is their hefeweizen, and this is my favorite beer. This is what I always get when we come to Baseline.
you usually get it in 22 ounces. So this
I
is the first time we're
usually
doing
get a big one.
I don't think I've ever done the flights before. I think I've ever done.
I think when we opened, or when they opened, we did.
We did all the beer. The beer changes
beer
regularly.
changes.
Yeah. So what you're seeing now has been the beer since reopening. Since COVID reopening in June, this has been the beer lineup. It hasn't really changed. Typically they'll change it with the season, the 1 or 2 beers, but this Hefeweizen's been here since the start.
It's so good. So again, it's a Los Angeles brand. What is it? What's its snapshot?
It's a 5% alcohol, 15 IBU. It's a Bavarian-style wheat beer with hints of banana, clove with a smooth finish.
That's why I like it. I like banana flavored things.
Yeah,
I like banana.
it's the yeast.
But I really like I said, this is the one I usually get like the 22 ounce. We're gonna be chilling, enjoying the fact that all of the music here at Baseline is like redone top 40s as if it was the postmodern jukebox style.
Yeah,
If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. It's fantastic. Truly love it. But it's very chill. It's very relaxing, kind of coffee house esque.
Yeah.
That it's one of the most chill places in this entire park.
It's nice. It's weird too because I mean, originally when they opened up, there were some complaints from people about the background music, about it being too weird, and they could just put the regular songs in. But the story of it is, going back to studios, is that we're actually backstage here. We're not at the front of everything. We're back behind everything. That this band is live on stage on the other side of this entire establishment. So the band that you're hearing, the band, is playing live technically.
It's kind of you're getting the overflow of it, which is nice because that means it's a lower volume and everything like that. So it is a fun story. And it's one of those things that, again, Disney, like, they have a story for everything, right? Everything that they do, every location, even new ones, it comes with kind of a background and a history.
Every little thing they do has
necessary.
a detail. It's nice.
Speaking of details, I really love it. So this spot used to be many, many moons ago, back when the Streets of America was a thing. Oh.
Long ago. It feels like forever at this point.
This used to be a little coffee shop, bookstore type thing. So they'd have all the different like Disney books in terms of the art of, or Keepers in the Kingdom.
Kingdom Keepers. They had some houseware things available for sale too.
Yeah, cookbooks, all that stuff. But it was called Writer's Stop at the time, and it was just this cute little coffee house. They used to have the. If you've been to studios recently and been to the Starbucks, they have the
carrot cake cookies.
Those originated from Writer's Stop, so that's a fun little thing. And they do have an ode to it here, so there's not really a lot in this location.
It's very small inside, but there's...
They do have a kind of on the wall, up at the top where no one can reach it, different like memorabilia pieces and things, and kind of hidden throughout it is different letters, and it still reads out Writer's Stop. So that's a nice little ode as to what used to be here.
Next up, we got the Scrimshaw Pilsner.
Ooh.
I think that's what it is. Is it on here? Oh yeah, North Coast. It's from Fort Bragg, actually. North Coast Scrimshaw Pilsner. Also, this is meant to be an old printing press shop. So all these cards and everything you see is all like old letters of different printing presses all bunched together. This beer comes in at 4.7%, 22 IBU, which is the bitterness unit. I'm losing my mind. Something
this is
bitterness
where I
unit.
don't understand beer.
The higher it is, the more bitter it is, the more hoppy it is, which goes towards the IPA type deal. So the lower the IBU, the less bitter it's going to be.
The more you know.
And this says subtle hop character with a crisp and dry finish.
I'm now looking at the IBU of all of the ones we have here.
That's good. It's very definitely a drier finish to it than the other one. It's again on that lighter side of things. It's basically a blank pilsner, nothing else funny or addition added to it.
That's weird. It doesn't have an aftertaste.
No, it's nothing. It is
Most beer, like you have some form of like even the hefeweizen and stuff. You have some form of lingering taste. This one doesn't have any. You literally just
It's nothing.
get what you drink, and then when you're done, you're done. That's a weird thing for beer.
Yeah. Not good.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say I definitely know a lot of people that would enjoy this.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm going to be drinking empty calories, I want to taste the empty calories.
So many calories.
This
That's why we get 5-ounce pours.
Yeah. This one's actually, it's another North Coast. This is the Red Seal Ale. So many reflections. Woo. Again, it's from Fort Bragg, which is the North Coast. 5.4%, 42 IBU, so we're going to be getting a bit more bitter here.
Full-bodied copper red pale ale, generously hopped for a long, spicy finish.
Spicy finish.
That's a weird way to promote your beer.
It smells hoppy. It smells on the IPA hop type end of things.
It does smell spiced, like clove-ish.
Mm-hmm.
again, we don't know a lot about beer. Well, I don't know pretty much anything about beer.
I know enough to get around. I know enough to say, hey, that sucks, or hey, that's good. This is a very good, well-rounded beer. It's a good red ale. Nothing remarkable, but there's not many red ales you can get around Disney that aren't at like Raglan Road.
What does it taste like? What does it taste like? Something about that is a familiar taste that I cannot place.
It tastes very much like a Killian's Red.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
It's like a watered-down
that
Killian's
makes
Red.
sense.
I'm
You
sure
sit
you've
there
had
being
that.
like, I have this, I know this flavor. You've never had a Killian's Red. You obviously have never been to an Irish bar.
Or you have been to an Irish bar and got the better stuff. Let's try something that's not a beer now. Over here,
Who's switching it up?
back to the spooky blood orange. We have this one quite a bit, actually. We have it because the 22 ounce, it's 6.9% alcohol, which is the highest alcohol content of any of them here.
But it's also a very
Actually, I take that back.
refreshing.
The IPA is 7.7, but this is 6.9, so 6.9 is funny in itself. No, got it.
So disappointed.
It's a cider, so there's no IBU value here. But it does say flavors of orange and apple with a crisp finish.
I'm a big cider fan. Mostly because, as we've discussed, I'm not a big hops person.
This is tasty. I've had this so many times at this point. You pucker quite a bit with it because it's the tart apple, it's the tart cider. It's unfiltered. You can see it's very dark. Can't really see through it. Taste the apple. I've never actually had just a blood orange. I've only had the flavoring of blood orange, but it tastes pretty much on spot with that. It's well balanced. You can do 22 ounces of this, no problem.
It's weird because a lot of the times when we say you could do a 22 ounce of this, we're used to a kind of a pre-COVID world where you could get 22 ounces and then just go meandering about Hollywood Studios.
Now you can't do that. You
Now
can't
it's
sip
a
and
little
stroll.
harder to do that. So that's why the flight is nice because we can get the little bits and like this is an okay size to sit and enjoy.
And I can't tell you how long it's been since I've had half these beers here. So
But it is an easy drink. I would say that's next to the hefeweizen. That's one of my go-tos because it is something that's very easy to get and easy to drink.
And these flights, they were $12 a piece, and you get four pours of 5 ounces each. So you get 20 ounces for $12, which you can get a 20 ounce for a little less than that of the single beer, but you don't get the variety. Mm-hmm. So I mean, pick your poison on that, and I think getting the multiple beers is cool. Now we're in the IPA zone.
I don't like IPAs.
This is the highest alcohol content. I apologize. This is the I can't read it backwards. Figure that out. Stone Brewing Delicious IPA. I somehow doubt it's delicious.
No, that's not true. We know a lot of people that really enjoy IPAs. And this is one of those things that is always fun for me because it really highlights how everyone's palate is different.
Some people love IPAs.
People love them. I'm not on that board, guys.
It took me forever to learn to appreciate it, even to the point of just being able to stomach a beer. It used to be like I would just smell it and be turned off. Now I can enjoy it. I can appreciate a good beer, but it took some time. It is very hoppy. Out of all the beers here, it is probably the hoppiest you're gonna find. You okay?
No, that's not my friend. It's good. Like I can appreciate the complexity of it. I can appreciate the fact that there's a really, really good flavor to it, and then you get punched in the face by hop. And I'm less about that life.
Yeah. It is crisp though, so if you're into all the IPA scene, it's a crisp one.
Do like it.
You probably had Stone Brewing before. You might have seen it. I think they do the Old Bastards Ale, which I'm sure you've seen on some beer shops before. Whatever. Next one.
Next up. So this is the Sierra Nevada, and this is the Hazy Little Thing IPA. and it has a 6.7 alcohol content and a 35 IBU. And its little tagline, if you will, is an unfiltered, fruit-forward hop adventure loaded with notes of passion fruit, apricot, pineapple, and citrus.
And you know, the card says 35 IBU. The menu says 55 IBU.
Oh, great. Either way, I don't think this one's going to be my friend either. But I think of most of the ones here, Sierra Nevada is the brand that I recognize the most.
Yeah, you've probably seen Sierra Nevada, just their basic IPA around. So you've had that before, or you've seen that around.
Yeah, you'll usually find it, like for us, I've seen it in grocery stores all over the country. So it's probably the brand here that I recognize the most in terms of commercial processing.
Also, I did look it up. It is a 35 IBU. It is not the 55 IBU. So the card is right.
The menu is wrong. Bum, bum, bum.
It's really solid. That is like a total beginner's IPA of just starting to learn hops and starting to get into that hop scene.
Very grapefruit. You stick your nose in, and that's what you get. You get grapefruit.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
I could say I could drink that.
Yeah.
I could easily drink that. As not an IPA drinker, I could easily drink that.
That'd be probably my top 4 around here, huh? And then the last one, which, of course, if you're Disney fans, you know the name.
Well, if you're Disneyland fans.
Disneyland fans. Nothing focus. Oh, we're going to hold the focus there. It says Ballast Point. Ballast Point opened up their own brewery at downtown Disney over in Anaheim, which is
Brett
open.
would know this. Brett spent a lot of time at the brewery at Ballast Point. A lot of time. We go with friends, and the girls, we go back to the hotel room to sleep like normal people. The boys go out to Ballast Point and spend hours obsessing over sours.
They have a good sour on draft. They have a really good sour. We closed down the bar. We were out there last year for Galaxy's Edge opening. We closed down Ballast Point 3 of the 5 nights we were there. And we were there all 5 nights.
We were literally, mind you, this is up at 6 or 5:30.
To get back to Galaxy's Edge every morning.
To get to the park, because we were lucky enough to have, be staying on property and going through that whole thing. But
it was a very...
it was literally the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened, is that we're getting up every day at 6 a.m. And you guys stayed out until 1 a.m. Every night.
Like I said, they had a good sour on draft. This one comes in at 6%, 46 IBU.
What's it called?
It is the Black Marlin Porter. So it's going to be in the darker side of things because it's a porter, and it is probably the most unique looking beer that's here.
I like porters a lot. Mostly, so for me, I think that these are great sip and savor beers. Any kind of porter or anything like that. But the tagline for this one is roasted and crystallized malts give a smooth, chocolatey, caramel, and full-bodied flavor. I actually had this at Ballast Point in California.
That's exactly what you said. It tastes like that.
Yeah, it's a great sip and savor beer. If you like kind of dessert beers, as I like to think of them, this falls into that category because you can really get all of those flavors together. You get the chocolatey, you get the caramel. It's really smooth. It doesn't really taste like beer.
It's tasty. It's tasty.
Weird how I like the beer that's not beer.
Yeah, I like the cider too.
Beer that's not beer.
But our top 3 here, our top 3 they have to be the hefeweizen, the Golden Road hefeweizen, as number 1 for sure. Number 2, definitely the cider, the blood orange cider. And then is number 3 up in the air, or are we going to go with the porter?
I think that our number 3s are going to be different. I think my number 3 is absolutely the porter. I don't know if that would be your number 3.
I don't think so. I think I would rather the Red Seal. The Red Seal Ale? This one here? Not as red as I want it to be. But that'd probably be my number 3.
But it is good.
Yeah, none of them are particularly bad, and I think that's the best part about it.
I don't think any of them are bad. I don't think it's a particularly bad. I don't think that any of these is bad. I think that you could enjoy any of them for what they are. And what I love about it is they, as you have seen, the variety is huge. It's crazy, all of the different check marks that they're able to go through with just 8 beers.
Yeah.
This is all they have. This is all of the items they
There's a few other things
contain on the menu.
There's a margarita up there, and there's another mixed drink, and then they have some snacks.
But
They have
it's
a pretzel. It's beer, but it's beer. It's beer forward.
Yeah, this is all of the beers or all of the beer-like beverage that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So they have something for everyone. I think that's a really big thing. The fact that they do have something for everyone, while it's not the classic Bud Light, Miller Light, Michelob Ultra.
There's something that can accommodate into that taste scheme. I know, I mean, particularly a lot of the, in the nicest way possible, a few of the older generation, they're looking for something more just basic, more along that Bud Light. And if they wanted a Bud Light, I mean, there's a stand right out here, Pizza Rizzo and stuff, you can get a Bud Light and things, you can get those basic beers.
Yeah.
But you're looking for something more complex and something more interesting, Baseline's here.
Highly recommend stopping in on your next trip.
Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and finish these beers off camera so you don't see me chugging. But hey friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Bye.